attack the basket all night long. So I'm going to make it my personal mission to keep that from happening. As long as we keep jumping those passing lanes, we can give them a run for their money. I know I'll be ready.
It's the Pacers, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup, a time-honored tradition. The NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday night hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Here we go. After this game, the Rockets head back out on the road. They've been playing very well lately. For the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and Monty Eunice subbed in for Michael Beasley. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Freaks checked in for Hill. Turner comes in for Lavoy Allen. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ellis. On the court right now for the Pacers. Hill and Stuckey are the guard set. Turner is out there with C.J. Miles. And it's Freak in at the center, filling out the middle. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to rattle.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam.
Strong interior move. Aggressive, assertive, and effective. Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Hill has the open look, and it's all evened up. Hill's got 5 points so far.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
One thing about Corey Brewer, he's a defensive specialist, has a combination of size and quickness that's real hard to score against. I mean, equally good at defending in the half court or transition.
No good on the second free throw. Going back to Corey Brewer, he also has a sixth sense of sniffing out steal opportunities. Very quick hands. He's averaged 1.5 steals a game over his career.
And Kevin, Corey's one of those guys that's always going to give that effort offensively and find ways to contribute there. But more importantly, he's going to give you results on the defensive side of the ball.
He has an amazing motor. Never shuts down.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Tell you what, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
19 seconds left in the first quarter. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Stuckey. Passes to Freak from deep. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. And that's now 7 points. For Freak.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Well, it's been and certainly an intriguing matchup tonight. Let's hear from Trevor Ariza on his team's mentality coming in. Ariza might as well be describing his own game, Clark. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Monty Eunice comes in for Terrence Jones. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Michael Beasley. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for James Harden. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Freak's checked in for Mahinmi. Turner comes in for Lavoy Allen. C.J. Miles is checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And George Hill's subbed in for Ellis. On the court right now for the Pacers. George Hill at the 1, Paul George at the 2. Freak is out there with Turner. And it's Miles in at the 3 slot. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both. Indiana trailing here. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans looked really strong. He had 6 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game. Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
And Miles kicks to Turner. The shot by George, wide open. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
They set the screen. Here's Brewer. Offensive rebound.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Hill passes to Freak. Launches a 3. Ariza with the rebound.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And the basket by Hill.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside.
That happened.
Yeah. And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Substitution.
And a pretty tightly.
Well, James.
Smith comes in for Dwight Howard. And Terrence Jones is subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Then for the Pacers, Mahinmi's checked in for Hill. Freak comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ellis. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Beasley out there with Jones. And it's Smith in at the 5. That's the 5 for Houston right now. George, that's a 2-pointer. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
You know, if you're looking to build a small forward and there wasn't a LeBron James template, you might go with PG, Paul George. Height, length, athleticism, that combination off the charts with him. And he's got a nice, unflappable demeanor, too.
Freak. And that misses. That would have put him up. Hill against Beverly. Kicks to Hart. Beasley with a clean look. Off target from 3-point range.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
There's a good screen. George dishes to Freak. It's stolen by Jones. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Tries again. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Indiana.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And George kicks to Freak. Shoots from the block. And Capella sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And there's the pass to Smith. Cannot hit. And Indiana will go the other way with it. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Pacers trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right. Back to George. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And 11 points here for George. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no ball.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Pacers. Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Allen is out there with Freak. And it's Lawson in at the point guard position. Pass to Freak. A three. Matajunas grabs the miss.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the ref in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Harden hits them both. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the Utah Jazz. Now Lawson. The dish to Allen. Indiana again missing. So we see Houston taking the W here. Some good competition.
Yes, I'm here.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the present. James Harden, he delivered quite a star performance. Not uncommon, as we've seen him have this sort of and that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
Woo, my Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done. I'll make the call.
In fact, not if we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Money. Oh, man.
Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Freaking and vibing in these, baby.